Hey guys, what up? Today I just wanted to show off a quick Revenant build that I've been running with all types of content, but especially for raids, dungeons and nightfalls. So with the introduction of Light 3.0, the new stuff is definitely really strong, but I wanted to remind people of how great Revenant can be. So I'm just going to start off by saying this build is extremely strong because it provides resist from 3 different sources. It gives us overshields and healing, and a near permanent 20% damage buff on weapons, and it can lock down areas of ads and completely disable champs. But most importantly, it has a lot of synergy with arc heavies like Demo Hothead, Storm Chaser, Acrius, Anarchy, or even Prospector, and Stasis weapons such as Reed's Regret. That's the main one I use. This build pretty much allows us to do an enormous amount of damage within a few seconds, I'll explain later, and even has a DPS setup when we're not soloing. So I'm going to give a quick overview on the subclass first. The exotic we're going to use is Master Bacchus. So basically this replaces our dodge with a shift. After shifting, our arc weapons still increase damage, and we do increase damage to all slowed or frozen combatants too. And each of these is 10%, so arc weapons gets buffed 10%, and we do 10% more increased damage. So total is 21%. So onto the fragments. These are pretty standard. So endurance for the longer slows, shards for shattering crystals to give grenade regen, chains for more resist, so this is one of our resist sources, rhyme for healing and overshields by collecting stasis shards, and conduction for stasis shards to track to our current position. Moving on to mods. Okay, so this is for the solo play. We want on the helmet I have Powerful Friends. I use this for the 20 mobility buff since we want to have 100 mobility as often as possible, since we need to activate Master Backwards Dodge as much as possible. The other Charge with Light mod I'll be using is Striking Light. So this actually activates Powerful Friends 20 mobility boost. But this mod itself is really good because we gain damage resistance against combatants while sprinting. This is a 25% damage resistance, so that's actually quite a lot. Then on our arms we have elemental shards, so stasis shards count as stasis elemental wells. When we pick up those stasis shards, it counts as elemental wells, and we're using elemental charge, we become charged with light. Once we become charged with light, we have high energy fire on our cloak, so it all cycles together. So we pick up stasis shards, become charged with light, and then with high energy fire we get a 20% damage buff. This is going to be going on pretty much constantly since we aim to have 100 grenade discipline. So even and with a grenade kickstart, our grenade comes up at around like 20-ish, 19 seconds. And it's actually a lot lower than that since one of our fragments, the Wisdom Shards, boosts our grenade regen. So sometimes you can see the grenade coming back like every 10 seconds or so, which is really good just for perma freezing ads or champs or anything. Okay, onto the weapons. My main heavy, which synergizes best with this build, is Hothead. We get a 20% damage buff from high energy fire and a 20% from Bacchus since this is an arc rod. That's a 44 damage increase for at least 10 seconds. Combined with Demolitionist, this allows me to do quick burst damage to champions, mages, and bosses. So the combo goes like this: throw shurikens, rocket, dodge, rocket, grenade, rocket. Does an insane amount of damage in like 5 seconds due to Bacchus and high energy fire. And once you get used to it, you can perform other variations of it while adding in weapons like Witherhoard. Primaries and specials are dependent on what activity you're playing, but I recommend SMGs, autos, pulses, grenade launchers, and fusion rifles. Fourth Horseman is also good with this. It's like a mini DPS weapon for champs or anything, or mages even, since this is an arc weapon that shoots full auto. So I like to sort of run pulses for medium to longer range engagements, and then SMGs, which I don't have one currently equipped, but you get what I mean. Now there's also a raid DPS setup, which is actually really good for this. So for the raid weapon, I normally use Reed Regret. So I have one here with firing and hip fire. Actually no, I have a better one, which is the Clown Carpet firing line. You want a triple tap firing line since it gives you free ammo and such, but these two are pretty much the best ones I get. But firing line is definitely a must in raids. For the mods, I'll show you exactly how to change it. So we're going to be running 3 Font of Might, 1 Supreme Realm Maker, and 1 Elemental Time Dilation. So we replace the helmet one with Font of Might. We replace our arms with, let's just get rid of that, with Supreme Realm Maker. Now chest is going to be Font of Might 2, so is legs. And finally on our cloak we have Elemental Time Dilation. So what this does is, we spawn 3 Stasis Wells when we pop our super, because of Supreme Well Maker. We pick up those wells, we use Font of Might to give us a 25% damage increase. We use 3 Font of Might with Element Time Dilation. This gives us a 20-second Stasis weapon boost. And paired along with Reed Regret, with Firing Line, even Triple Tap, Clown. This is going to do a lot of damage for 20 seconds. And we can even throw a backwards dodge in the middle to get extra 10% damage buffed, multiplied in that. So just to do some numbers, if any of you are actually into that, we have a 25% damage buff on Font of Might, 25% from Well, assuming we have Wells in raids, and 10% from backwards, which comes to a total of 72% damage increase to Reed Regret. Other great weapons to run in raids would be Salvo de Salvo, Forbearance. Don't actually have that in my inventory right now, I haven't transferred it from my other characters. But the glaive is also good. It gives you the shield. It's good for air play, it's relatively good. Yeah, and it's also the arc, so it synergizes well with backwards. So before I show off some gameplay, I just want to round it off by saying, although the setup seems simple, the real value we get is the synergy between Revenant, Backwards, and the armor mods with our choices of heavy weapons. We have maximum uptime on grenades and backwards dodges, which allows us to have maximum uptime on high energy fire and arc weapon damage buffs. Combined with our damage reduction sources, healing, and having the best crowd control super in the game, this is one of the strongest builds in the game right now, and it covers pretty much every aspect that you want. For the stats, I recommend 100 mobility, 100 resil, 100 discipline. Obviously for the raid setup I have to take off my powerful friends, so that I only get 80, which is still decent, but we need the extra resist, and we need that discipline for the grenades, and therefore using our backwards on slowed enemies. Cool, so here's some gameplay which hopefully covers some of the combos I talked about. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop a comment below. Thank you very much for watching.
Oh, he didn't get his bomb. That's good.